Happy Friday! We made it through our second week of school, but not without doing number corner, right? It'll be a laid-back day, sort of. Let's start off by looking at our calendar grid marker for today and maybe taking a sneak peek at what may happen over the weekend. Yeah, it seems to be following the pattern so far, but does anybody notice anything that may be a problem? Right, it's getting full again. So using what we know about what each of these symbols stands for, maybe you can make a prediction about what's going to happen over the weekend. Let's fill in our calendar grid recording sheet, and then I'll give you a peek at what may happen next. Okay, so it's September the 18th. It is the 9th day of school, end of the second week. You guys did it. And we need to find out the equivalent modern number for the marker we just saw. So let me refresh your memory. Here it is. You got it? All right, what'd you get? 198? Did anybody get anything different? You're right, it is 198. So, how'd you get 198? Okay, so 8 times 10? No, 9 times 10, right? Yeah, there's 9 heel bones. 9 times 10 and 8 times 1. You got it. Plus our 100 here. Very good. Now let's update our calendar collector. So, 9th day of school, so far we've collected 8 6-inch pieces. And today is going to make our 9th 6-inch piece. All right, there we go. We've collected our 9th 6-inch piece, and now we need to add that to the recording sheet that we just started the other day. So it looks like we have 9 times 6, which is what? 54. How did you find that out? That's awesome. So you thought about it as 10 times 6, which is 60, and then took one group of 6 away. So 60 minus 6 is 54, which leaves you with 9 groups of 6. That's clever thinking. So if that's the case, how many feet do we have now? Yesterday we had 4 full feet. Good. So today we have 4.5. Well, how many half pieces is that? Let's count them. Here we go. 1 half, 2 halves, 3 halves, 4 halves, 5 halves, 6 halves, 7 halves, 8 halves, 9 halves. So we have 9 halves, which is equivalent to 4.5. Okay, so now how many yards do we have? Good, we have 1.5, or I think I also heard somebody say 1 3/6, which is absolutely correct because those are equivalent. Very good. Well, today we're going to do another workbook page. So I want you to get out your number corner workbook, and I want you to open it up to page 2. It's going to look like this. It's called expanded form. Are you with me? All right. First things first, we're always going to study our key. So take a moment and do that. Yeah, it looks like we have some new Egyptian numbers. You're right. Okay, so we're going to work through this page. We're going to do a couple of them together, and then you're going to work on them on your own. So, it says the ancient Egyptian system of numerals is additive, which means, what do you think we're doing? Yeah, we're adding. Once you learn the symbols, all you have to do is add their values together. Write an addition equation in modern numbers to show the value of each of these ancient numbers. In the last box, draw your own Egyptian number and then have a classmate write an equation to show its value. That'll be fun. Okay, so the first one looks like it's been done for you. We have 2 lotus flowers, so they, instead of putting 1,000 plus 1,000, they went ahead and combined that and made it 2,000, which is cool. You have 4 scrolls, so that's 400, 3 heel bones, 30, and 6 staff. So when you put it together, it's 2,436. It's really helpful that each of these numbers has its own place value. If you didn't notice that we've been working on place value this whole time, shame on you. Just kidding. Let's do number 2 together. So we have 3 lotus flowers, which makes it how much? Right, 3,000. And we have 2 scrolls, we know each one's 100, 200, 2 heel bones, 20, and 3 staff. So let's record that. So we said 3 lotus flowers. See if we can move this over a little bit so we can really see what we're doing. Okay, so 3,000 plus 200 plus 20 plus 3 equals, remember it said write an equation. An equation has to have an equal sign. Equals what? 3,233. I have way too many commas there. All right, good job. Is there another way we could have written this equation based on what we've talked about? Sure. We could have done 3 times 1,000, 2 times 100, 2 times 10, and 3 times 1. Absolutely, we could have done that. But since it says it's additive, we're going to do addition. We're going to follow the directions here. Let's do one more together. I'm going to choose a random one. How about number 6? Let's do number 6 together. And then you guys can do the other ones on your own. Okay? Look at number 6. We have some bent fingers, which is a little weird. We have some lotus flowers and a scroll. Okay, we can do that, right? Yeah. So, bent finger is worth 10,000. So if we have 2 of them, then, or excuse me, we have 3 of them. So how much is 3 of them worth? Right, 3, not 3,000, 30,000. I almost tricked you. Okay, then we have 2 lotus flowers, which is 2,000. And then we have 4 scrolls, 400. What does that equal, you guys? Awesome. 32,400. We had no 10s and nothing for our ones place. So you did it. Okay, go ahead and pause this video so that you guys can work through numbers 3, 4, 5, and 7. And if you have time, I would love to hear about, or to even see, maybe you can snap a picture and submit it to your teacher, what Egyptian symbol you came up with. Good luck. All right, are you ready to check your answers? Okay, we did numbers 2 and 6 together, so let's start with number 3. Looks like we have 8 scrolls, 4 heel bones, and 3 staff. Did you get 844? Good job. Number 4. Here you go. 7 heel bone and 9 staff. Right, 70 plus 9. 79. You got it. Right, number 5, which was a really tricky one, but I enjoyed doing this one. It was fun. Make this a little smaller so you can move it down some. Okay, we have 4 lotus flowers, which are 1,000, 4 scrolls, 2, 4, 6, 8 heel bone, and 5 staff. So, what'd you get? Check it out. Did you get the same answer? Good. We're almost done. Last one was fairly easy. They saved the easiest one for last, I think, because it was just one of each symbol. So 11,111. Can't wait to see the pictures that you've drawn. And if you didn't have a chance to do so, take some time to do that now. You can pause this video, take a picture of it, and send it to your teacher. I'm sure she would love to see it. I know I would. We have one more thing to do today, and that has more to do with multiples. Okay, what is a multiple? By now I think you've got it. A multiple is an answer to a multiplication problem, right? But it also can be, you can also think of it in terms of division. If you're dividing a number by a given number, then the answer you're going to get is going to be a multiple of that given number. So right here you see that we have multiples of 2 in blue, we have multiples of 3 in green, and now we're going to do multiples of 6 in a different color. And I think we're going to choose, maybe purple. Let's see if we have purple. No purple, so maybe we'll do orange. And this time I'm going to put a box around the multiples of 6, okay? You may already be thinking that our multiples of 6 probably may not take as long as our multiples of 2 or multiples of 3, because multiples of 6, or at least the number 6, is bigger than the number 3. It's actually double the number 3. So let's think about that further. There were 50 multiples of 2 between 0 and 100. There were 33 multiples of 3 between 0 and 100. So how many multiples of 6 do you think? Less than 33? I think that you're probably right. So when we do our multiples this time, and we are going to do a count around, and remember, a count around means we're counting, but we emphasize the multiple for our given number, which right now is 6. And so when we do it this time, I'm going to use the orange marker to make an orange box over our multiples of 6. Since we already know that 0 is going to be a multiple of every number, because you can multiply any number by 0 and get 0, we're going to leave 0 there for now, and I'm just going to go ahead and put the box over it so you can see what I mean by put a box over it, okay? And we're going to start our counting. Are you ready? We already think our multiples it's going to be less than 33 multiples between 0 and 100. I need to ask you this before we start. Do you think they're even, odd, or even and odd? Okay, so will any of the multiples of 2 and 3 be a multiple of 6? You think so? Because 6 is a multiple of 2 and 3? That's good thinking. So then the next question would have to be, will any multiples of 6 not be a multiple of 2 or 3? I guess we're going to find out. Let's get counting. Here we go. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's 6. Remember, we're counting by 6s. Okay? So if you need to keep up with me as I'm going along, as you're thinking about what's the next 6 going to be, please do so. Starting at 6. 6. 12. 18. 24. How many multiples have we recognized so far? 4. Is anybody thinking anything right now? My first thought was, oh, 24 was going to be next because I know 6 times 4 is 24. Were you thinking that too? Cool. Let's keep going. 30. 36. Let's stop there. Our numbers end in 6, 2, 8, 4, 0. And now we have a number that ends in 6 again. Are you seeing a pattern? I am. Here we go. 42. 48. 54. 60. Nice. So how many multiples do we have so far? Did you say 10? Because 6 times 10 is 60? I think you're right. Let's just double check that. So we're going to start counting at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You are right. Wonder how many left we have to go to get to 100. We're almost there. Let's keep going. Here we go. 66. 72. Oh man, it has that 6280 thing again. You see it? I see it. 72. 78. 84. 90. 96. Oh, can we count any more multiples of 6? No, that'll go past 100. So how many multiples did we end up with? We had 10 when we were at 60. 16? Yeah, 16 multiples of 6. So then I have to ask again, are there any numbers that are a multiple of 6 that are not a multiple of 2 or 3? And it's just like you guys said earlier, because 6 is a multiple of 2 and 6 is a multiple of 3. You also may have heard me speak about a pattern and how it repeats. And it seems like it repeats in a set of 30. Just watch. So in the ones place, we're looking at our ones place right now so we can see a pattern. It ends in 6, 2, 8, 4, 0. And then it ends in 6, 2, 8, 4, and then 0. And then 6, 2, 8, 4, and then 0. And the pattern continues. So that was the way that I used to kind of keep me on track to help me count by ones, emphasizing multiples of 6. So it looks like it repeated after every set of 10 multiples of 6. That's pretty cool. Did you notice anything else? Or do you have any other observations to share? All right. Well, that's going to conclude our number corner for today. It's Friday. I told you it was going to be a fairly light day, and I think it was. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. I can't wait to hear about some of the things that you do. And I will see you next week. Be safe. Take care. Bye-bye.